Exploring other traditions can inspire you to go to new places in your own art. Artist Cindy Lobeck demonstrates Seka Shibori, which uses strategic folding for magnificent collisions of color. Cheryl Whited teaches a refreshed version of an heirloom sewing technique called tufting, also known as stump work. Start your own tradition of texture after today's episode of Quilting Arts. I am so excited to invite Cindy Lobeck here to talk about Seka Shibori. Cindy, I've never seen this done before.
It's so much fun. Well, you know, I always describe shibori as an umbrella term, and each spoke on the umbrella is a different kind of shibori. And so Seka is a subcategory of itajime.
And I've done itajime before. That's clamping,
It's
fold and
fold
clamp.
and clamp.
Yes.
And the clamp becomes the resist. So usually that's done in one color. We're going to shake it up a little bit today. And Seka actually translates to snowflower. Isn't that sweet?
And that's exactly what the purple looks like
That's
here.
what every intersection where you have a fold, you're going to get a burst of color when we dye these. So the
great.
folding, much like when we folded snowflakes in school, the fold is the most important part. And Vivica, the one thing I could teach you that you would take forever
Never forget
is to fan fold your fabric. My pieces are usable top to bottom, edge to edge, and it's because I leave an exposed edge to catch the dye.
Right, so you're not folding
I'm
it all
not rolling
together.
it up
Yeah.
into itself. So 90% of my work starts with a fan fold.
And this is pressed.
It is pressed.
Crisply pressed.
When I have an iron with me, I get better results.
Okay, so show me how you do this.
So I'm going to teach you two of the main folds and then a little splurge. We're going to start with a 45 degree. Okay, so basically I take my fan fold, I give myself nice sharp corner, and I press it down. And I want to continue the idea of fan folding. Even though it's a triangle, it's not a flag. I'm not going to fold it up into itself.
Right.
And the more I keep my lines, and then I'll come in and give it a press.
So you want it to be really crisp.
Crisp.
Really, really crisp. So this might take a while to do.
It does, and you know, I've been doing it a while, so I can whip it out fairly quickly.
Yeah, so you're good.
This is kind of a thing you want to avoid. You want those edges, and particularly on the 45, it has a tendency to twist if you're not right on. So that's a good clue. When you're done with this fold,
you're going to have a stack.
it's going to look like this. Now, people get tempted to do small pleats, but you still have to get clamps over that.
Right.
So the
So you
height
need
of the fabric is
right.
really important to consider. The next fold is the 60. It's a 60-degree triangle. And I start with just giving it a little fold. From there, this is my bottom edge. So that's the one time I folded into itself to
Yes,
keep
you
that
broke your
little
rule.
ear.
I noticed
I
that.
did.
Yes.
Well, no more. I'm
Okay.
going to continue.
So it's the same thing. You put that crease in.
Give it a shot. That steam. See how quickly that set that and how beautiful, crisp that is? Now I'm going to roll back and continue on until we have
That.
that.
Okay.
Now on this one, I left them out. So
Right.
I
Either way.
usually tuck it in. And that gives me a nice, even, smooth surface to dye.
What's our little bonus fold?
Our little bonus fold is the Asanoha. I wanted to learn how to do this for years and years. Vivica had a dream about it. And I had already learned part of it and didn't know it. If I take this fold and instead of using the 60 degree, I'm going to come along and use this line
Right, so you're making a really elongated triangle this way.
Elongated triangle.
And you would follow the same path.
This is the Asanoha, and it is a sacred fold in Japan. So I'm delighted that I get to share that with you.
Thank you. Thanks. Well, that is special.